Hello. I am in my studio. I started to clean up and put around a little bit, and I said, you know what? Let me go live. This is what we're doing up in here. So today is Saturday, April 2nd, 2022. What are you doing? What are you doing today? It's going to be a beautiful day. I know it's going to take Facebook a moment to send out the notifications, but that's okay. I'm just in here doing my thing. So I boxed up a couple more kits for another birthday party. I will show some of that footage probably later today, tomorrow. I want some music playing back here, but Facebook can be so, I hate to say fickle, uh, but this is a piece. Let me find it. Let me find this piece of music that my brother prepared for me. Um, yeah. So they're doing the final details. They're going to paint this morning. And I think we're going to do it by Zoom. I have not done one of those yet, but today we're going for it. We're going to try it. Try something new and different. Okay. Try it. So let me respond to that and let me find this piece of music that my brother sent to me. Hopefully I can find it real fast. Ah, forgot he sent it to my email, so it takes a moment. So I've got my water, I've got my napkin. I have an array of brushes, but really I just kind of stick to the ones that I usually put in the kit. But I do have several brushes. Let me find out. And if I can't find it fast, then I won't worry about it. But it's so quiet. That's also a good thing. But, when you're cleaning and when you're organizing and things like that, it's nice to have on your favorite music. What do you like to play? And let me just greet my replay viewers because I know everybody can't join live. I'm part of several amazing groups and they go live at different times. And sometimes I'm at work. Sometimes after work, I'm exhausted or, have to get some other things in place. And I hate missing out. So I'm so thankful for the ability of the replay. Now, this replay, I'll probably let it stay up for a little while. Who knows? I may take it down mid-April because by then I will be joining you guys at least once a week. So I think Saturday is going to be the sweet spot. Saturday morning before I, have any other commitments. So let me see if I can find this beautiful little piece of music. And this, I think I'm going to let it play in the background. Let me put down William. Let me see. I don't know if that's the same one. Let me see if I can search. Nope, I'm not finding it. Why can't I find it? Let me try it again. So I hope you're getting your things that you want to create with, even if you have paper, pencils, crayons, colored pencils. If you got a little watercolor, I don't have a downloadable to work with you today. That's a thought. I need to start doing that. I need to make sure you have something to work on that you can just run and go print off and work with me on. That's coming. So right now, what are we, 4 minutes in? Most of this is going to be cut out. But you get that thought and then you want to, how come I can't find it? Let me see if I can find it through his name. Because I think he's using a new email. It's not coming up, guys. So I don't know which email. I'll just probably pass that up. Let me see. I'll try one more thing. Yes, E. Let's see. I think this is it. I think this is it. Wednesday. Yep, this is it. So I'm going to play it. If I get a notification from Facebook, then I will honor that. But this is an original piece. Let me just say it like this. I do own the copyrights to this piece. Facebook. Let me see which way we're going. Are we going to twist that way? All right, so let me go ahead and play. love that piece. So that is going to be my theme music. All right, so I'm painting this white just to give um, like a little bit of a background for that blue to go on top of. You know, I'm not licensed by Disney. And so when I'm get asked about a princess party, I have to say that, I can't use anything, but of course it can have the influence of Disney. So I'm not using any Disney products. I'm only using just a little bit of an influence from it. So let me see if I can get a little bit closer. So I am aiming this here. I'm just gonna, because that white kind of soaked in real fast, and I just wanted some kind of painting surface to go on. So let me see if you can see which princess this is influenced by. So I am going to, I'm using, well, I have a mixture of Apple Barrel by Plaid and then Craft Smart by Michaels. So it depends on where you are, where you can get your paints. Let's see, let's mix up a little bit of this. I still have a little white in my brush. So let's see if we can, I don't want to knock my water over. Usually my water is just off to the side. Let me do that before, sometimes you try to do it for television, and then that doesn't always work. But my paints clearly can go over there if they're going to behave. Red, yellow, and blue, that's how I like to portray it. So there we go. I hope they are right there. This will be the next painting item. Guys, we're going to get this together. But we are live, and this is how live goes. So I'm going to let this dry just a moment. I've got my hair dryer right off to the side. You might want to have that to work with as well. Let me clean up my brush. I do not like for the paint to sit in my brush, and I dip in to wet everything, and I wipe the bulk of the paint off here. So that's what you're seeing here. So my water, for the most part, will remain relatively clear, but pigment light. Let me go ahead and hit this with this hair dryer so we can move the process along. Great. So I hit that with a hair dryer. I'm going to set that down right there. So sometimes it's really nice to have multiple things going on at once. Now I could have just gone on ahead and painted everything just in one pass. Where am I going? But I am a little extra, so I'm doing it with another coat. Okay. So I'm going to let that dry and cool off, because when it's warm, it will kind of dry the paint really quickly. So that's not anything that I want. I like to be able to blend and mix. So while that's finishing up, I'm going to set that right there. I don't know, I've got my little Post-it notes and stuff right here. We're trying to keep this short and sweet today. This is one that I worked on. Has it been 2 weeks? Has it been 2 or 3? I can't even remember, guys. The time is going so fast. And I showed how to mix a nice little green. I can mix that for you real fast again. And in addition to that, let me move this gold off. You know what? Let me put it back over here because I'll forget. Let me make sure this is nice and close for you. The water container is right here. I don't mind that being there. Oop, let me not knock things over. So let me put that there. And then my extra brushes are just off camera. Okay, Easter is right around the corner. So I do have some bunnies and I do have some carrots. They are not on the website right now. And let me just go ahead and say that, my website is being designed behind the scenes. It would have been up if it had not been for my indecisiveness. I ask God to please help my mind, clear my mind up so I can be clear. Let me go ahead and mix up some orange right quick. So 1, 2, 3 dabs of the lighter color, which is yellow in this case, and I'm going to go with 1 dab of the red. You can add a little bit more if you need it. Now, I don't like this yellow. Who did this yellow? Apple Barrel. This is Yellow Flame. It's got too much white in there. Do I have another yellow? Let me find my Craft Smart yellow, because when it's too chalky, the colors are, I don't have issues with the pastel colors, but I'm not looking for that. I just want just a true yellow. Now, if I want to add white, I'll add white. So let me go ahead and do this again. One, let me wipe most of that out of there. Okay, so that's 1, 2, and I don't, well, I'm dipping in the wrong one. And I'm going back to get a little bit more of that red. Let me get close, and then I'll mix this. Mix that up right there. That's still quite peachy. But we're going to roll with it, right? So we're going to go ahead, add this little peachy stuff over here, and we're going to let that kind of be like our highlights over here. We're going to add a little bit more of the light color. Let me get a little bit closer. We don't want it to be too chalky, too white. I'm getting just a little bit of white on my brush. I need a little bit more, and I should have mixed my white up, shaken my white a little bit more because it's not. Let me just go on bold with it, okay? Let me just go ahead and hit this right here. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of blend that out. And I'm holding it to you, but I'm also trying to see and trying to get rid of the glare too, all at the same time. So let me go back up over here. Okay, so we're going to let that part be nice, and we're going to have to work on this yellow situation. Let me get me some orange. Now, of course, you can buy orange, you know, ready to go, y'all. So this is a little bit more, well, I keep dipping in the wrong one, girl. Do I have some orange ready to go? I do, but I'm just going to mix this here. So we're just going to go right on ahead. This one is just going to be maybe a little bit peachy. Okay. And I really don't want to add the black in there, but we're going to add it. That's too much. So now we're going to wipe that off, and then we're just going to blend like crazy. Okay, we're just blending like crazy on this dark side here. So this is not a nice bright orange like it was a couple weeks ago. Let me clean out my brush. And of course, the fast way is to swish it along the bottom of the bowl. Sometimes my goal is not fast, but maybe while I'm live, to respect your time, I might need to speed it up a little bit. So I'm trying to see what's going on. Let's blend like crazy. And just to add just a little bit of dimension, right? Just to pop it just a little bit. Let me make sure we can add a few more. And then leave it alone. Trying to show it without the glaze. So add a little bit of three-dimensionality. I'm going to add a little bit up here. And I'm going to leave it alone, y'all. Do I need to go in with a little black? Maybe. Let me see if I can go in with a little bit more. Where do I want it? Since that's light up there, I might just kind of come on up in here with a few little lines. I might need to blend that out. Matter of fact, let me clean up my brush and do just that. Whoop. We are making some mistakes, y'all, on the camera. Okay, let me get that out because I don't have my brush completely cleaned out. Now let me dab it. All right, let's mix up just a wee bit more orange. I forgot I still have some over here. But we want that darker part right here. Because sometimes when you have that contrast a little bit, it just adds a little bit more visual interest. So I'm adding some complexity. Now I don't like that color at all. Come on, art teacher, come on and blend this orange, yo. All right, so here we go. I'm trying to hold it and tilt it all at the same time. So I did kind of like that black. Come around here. We're just going to add just a little zhuzh of that. Near the bottom. And call it a day. Now we did too much. What would you do? Why is my hand shaking? It's because of the coffee. We ain't even gonna tell no lies up in here. Are we nervous? No. It's the coffee, y'all. Watch how much coffee y'all drink. That's a little bit better. Now I'm just gonna smooth this one out again. Just adding a little bit more color over here. Just being extra. All right, so there we go. We got a nice hard line going right down the center. I'm really not affected by that either way, but we will just blend this out just a little bit for those of you that's bothering you. So we just finished that one up and it's really cute. You don't have to add that, but that just, you can paint it with that flat color, add a little bit of white to your color, and then maybe add a little black to that same color so that it can give it a little bit more three-dimensionality. So let me hold this up for the camera. Let me move over. Let me hold this up mid-screen. There we go, y'all. I'm trying to get it there. Okay, so if you want to do a screen snap of that, feel free. So let me put this right over here. Let me go back to the crown. Now, I probably won't get to all of this today, but I did want to show you that we did have some really, really cute things coming up and available. So once again, if you're interested, give me a message on my direct message or let me know in the comments how to best reach you. But you can always reach me at POPS Pops, because this is the painted pose, but these are my Paint Pops little cutes. So let's go ahead and hit this. Let's go ahead. I didn't add any gold to this, so we will probably wrap up. Let me go ahead and add a little bit of the darker blue. My little. Okay, so I'm mixing it up, making it a little bit darker. Now, when you're painting, this is kind of what your stuff is going to end up looking like. So I have to angle it this way just a little bit, just so I can see what I'm doing a little bit. Painting on camera is nice. How is that? Adding a little bit of dimensionality, and then we're going to pop it with the white. Okay, adding just a little bit of, and I should have a slightly smaller brush, but this will work. Okay, so then now we will, let me blend that out just a little bit. So I'm just going to add just a little bit of blue. Now this brush, I have worked this brush. You know, this brush is ready to call a union on me because I have worked it so much. But just kind of blending in is popping it a little bit. All right, so now let me clean this out. Oop, just so we can go a little bit faster. Let me find my smaller brush that comes to a point. All right, so I like to wet my brushes. I didn't say that. Always wet your brushes, and then I don't pull on the hair and squeeze and rub them crazy. I just let the brush glide along the paper towel, and the paper towel will absorb the water. So we're going, let me turn around and see what we want this. So we want, I guess we will go ahead and pop it here. I guess. Let me see. I think I will. I'll just go ahead and pop it right here. All right. And then if you want to do the little shiny X thing, we can do that too. But I'm not really going to get into that too much. So let me see. Let me just hit that. But we're just going to give this a nice big circle right there. All right. So I think that's good. I am going to gather a little bit of, I'm going to add a little bit more white down here, just to blend this part in a little bit. And I'm facing you, so I can't totally see everything. So I think that's okay. So now we're going to paint with the gold. So I have some in a container. Sorry about the caffeine. Is that 8:58? It's coming on up in here. This is Sargent liquid gold. Let me make sure my brush is ready to rock and roll. I'm just going to go ahead and get a slightly larger one. Oh, that's my timer. That's letting me know. Now, as I talk about my coffee hands, I didn't even finish the cup, y'all. Here it is right here. I am just about finished. All right, let me take a little sip. Move that off to the side. Paint this part gold so that you could see the final one. Do I have one? I have one, and I'm going to show you about the different golds. I have, now there's the video on YouTube that I did a demonstration showing you like the differences between Liquitex and the Sargent. Liquitex is the soft body, that's the stuff in the tube, and that's the professional one. And the Sargent is designed to lay flat, so that's the liquid. And I like them both, but it depends on what you're doing. If you want more texture, you're gonna pile it up thick, use the one in the tube, and you might have to do, you know, a couple of layers and let it dry in between. So this is drying out, and that's not too bad. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, let me turn this way. And then now we're going to hit it with the gold. And so this is what the gold looks like. I didn't do a jewel on here, but you know, you can go to the craft store or even in Walmart's aisle, Joann's. I'm not sure what Hobby Lobby and Michael's have, but you can get some of those jewels. And I would probably not use the adhesive that they come with. I might just would go straight with the glue gun. And if you got small children around, you know, you want to be careful about that too. So this first coat is what I call the ugly coat. I just really want it to soak in a little bit. So let me try to angle it your way. Well, let me see if I can hold it upside down so that that is better for you. So I am getting that first coat on there, and it's like rubbing lotion. This is how I explain to my kids. Get that first coat on. I got to be careful around this jewel. Maybe I should have done the first coat. You know, sometimes you try things out and then you learn from your mistakes. Be careful not to get too much paint on there because you want to be in control of that paint. You don't want that paint to control you. All right, so we're going down here. Now, after this all dries, you could use a permanent marker or a fine tip on the brush. Let me smooth this out. Okay. And I didn't put this on as an event. I just decided to pop on live. I wasn't sure yesterday if I was going to do it or not. So let me put this down and let me go in a little bit closer. Let me see about painting this here. And I don't have the overhead cameras. We're going to get that set up all again so that you can see clearly. I'm going to hit this with the hair dryer again because we definitely do need that dark shadow down there. Let me put this in the water. and I'm going to give it another coat. So hold on. And unless you're doing it on cool, put down what you have and hit it. So this is going to be warm for a little bit. So what I might do, let me go in with my smaller brush. Let me get out of the way. Go in with my smaller brush. It's already been wet. I'm going in here to get just a smidge on the very tip. Let me put this close. Just a smidge of black on the very tip to go down here and find these lines again. And that paint's fine over the gold. In case you were asking, I thought I heard somebody in the back asking, will that work? Yeah, it will. So I am going around with my coffee hands, jiggling and shaking. Maybe it's just as well there are no close-ups. Because y'all, when I tell you, I am not nervous, it's just that coffee, baby. All right, so try not to drink coffee before you go live. So there's the jewel tone. Well, now, you know you gotta laugh at yourself. No, I don't have anybody right here able to get a good chuckle out of this fumble that I just did, but I tried to recover it. All right, so we're going around here, and this is our version of a Disney princess. I don't know, can I even say the word Disney? I don't know. I do not want to infringe on anybody's stuff because I don't want anybody to infringe on mine. So that's the little crown, that's the little jewel. And that first coat actually did pretty well. And I know a lot of people, they really want to use a lot of paint. You really don't need a lot. A little bit will go a long way. So I could do a second coat of coverage, but I think that is cute. Let me get in here. Let me make sure I am holding it still. And my hands are all in the way. How can I? Of course. How can I? Let me see. I'll call you right back because I'm live, girl. Let me put that over here. I am live, y'all. Let me twist it a little bit towards the light so that you can see that it is shiny and glimmery. So twist it down. Try to get in, get some of the decent light. Which way are we going? We're turning it this way. Twist, twist. There we go, y'all. So you can get a good screenshot of that. I'm going back in here with a little bit of this blue right here. A little bit of this medium blue. Just to even it out. Add just a little bit more depth to it. Round it out a little bit. I'm going to come right along here. So I think that's better. Make it more neat, you know, because it is kind of, what do you call it? Not elegantly blended. Because I can't see upside down. So we got to get a better setup for that. So we're just trying to blend, 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 blend a little bit to try to see if that'll work a little bit better. Is that better? Yo, I can't tell. Just trying to straighten it up a little bit. Okay, so there we go. We finished up the carrot from before, and we did a quick little Disney theme. I keep saying the word, guys. I don't really mean to do that. I'm not trying to infringe. Let me make sure this is good. So anyway, I've got studio full of cutes back here. Let me move and see if you guys can see them. I like to sketch and draw as well with crayons, colored pencils. I like to paint. What do you like to create? What do you like to create with? I did this little cutie pie. Let me put this behind. I did this little cutie pie a while back. That's on the Facebook. Well, we'll just put her on down there. And then I also did this little cutie pie. I need a bigger board back here so you guys can see. There we go. Did this little cutie pie. You know what? I didn't think about zooming in with the other one. So let me zoom in with this one, and I'll zoom in with the other. Apologize about that. So let me zoom in because I'm trying to see, make sure it's not too shiny. Let me see if I can get in here. I might need to put another layer on that crown, but yeah, we've got all of these cutes. It's too many to list. So let me know what you're interested in, and I am here for you. So this is Brene Flanoy. Let me clean up my brush. Now you know if you don't do that, you'll ruin them. This is Brene Flanoy, art teacher by day, portrait painter by night. I make art kits. I teach paint parties, and I am also thinking about having a kids art membership. Saturday mornings, Paint with Miss Bernie. I'm going to post a couple of things about that. And when will that start? Probably May. I'll see what people are saying, put out a couple surveys, see what you're interested in. And it would be basically like an art room pop-up shop, teaching basic art room techniques, cutting, gluing, sketching, drawing, painting. I'll be painting with acrylics and watercolor. Basically, you let me know, but I want to make sure I kind of cover everybody in their needs. Sculpture, not so much. Now, let me find the rock. Where's my rock? I like to paint on different surfaces. Painting on rocks, it's a thing. So in May, I'll probably introduce that again because at my school, we're going to be adding and refreshing our rock garden. So I'm going to clean up. I'm going to put on my brother's theme music. And I will just be right here. I hope that you can hear it okay. I don't have the speaker and stuff going in there for awesome sound, but we are here. Thanks again for joining me. Let me know how I can help you. Let me know what you're interested in. What's on and popping right now? It's springtime. You want a springtime frog, some springtime bees, flowers. Mother's Day is coming up. Would you like to have a mommy and me, or auntie and me, or grandma and me, daddy and me, uncle and me, big brother and me paint along for the mother in your life? Even if it's not by blood, you can still honor that mom in your life. And then, of course, Father's Day is coming up. You can honor that father. So daddy and me paint along, big cousin and me, whoever. And you know what? My neighbor in me, okay? My babysitter in me. What? Anyway, let me put this music on. And yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for popping in. I'm going to clean up a little bit.